Hey brother, Stuart Matola, men's relationship coach here. Hope you're having a kick-ass day. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the one word that can save your ass when you're losing your shit with your partner. And I'm going to speak also about the conditions that lead to that moment, as well as how to use that one word as a tool so that you can turn what could potentially be a destructive interaction with your partner into a positive one. Up front, if you're digging this video, please like or follow me or comment below. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel to the lower right and click that little bell to get weekly notifications when I go live with these. So, time and time again, I'm seeing guys where, they just keep swirling in the same challenge with their partner, the same conflict. It's like she's just bringing up the past again and all the things I didn't do right. And it's like, I just want to have a conversation about, what we're talking about and in the present. And that could be simple as some house chores that need to get done or an appointment that needs to be kept for one of the kids. And suddenly it's like, we're talking about one thing and then we're spinning down on like the whole history of how I haven't showed up or how I'm unreliable. And why is she carrying all this baggage into just a simple conversation where I just want us to be able to manage the daily affairs of our life. And in this moment, it's possible that you're finding yourself like, you go into that same pattern of just conflict, you're jacked up, and you may or may not realize it, but, essentially you're trying to figure out a way so that you can get through that conversation to feel safe, to feel trusted, to feel seen, to feel heard. And instead what happens is you get hooked or triggered and you're both off to the races. And then afterwards you're asking yourself, like, how could I have done that differently? Well, could I have done it differently? Well, it seems like anything I say, she's just coming at me and turning it into something much bigger. So when you're in that state, that primal state of jacked up, hooked, triggered, and you're just like, what the fuck's going on here? Why are we here again? In that space, you're in your limbic system. You're in that fight, flight, or freeze moment, and it's primal, and there's not much language that can get through to your head. So even a 5-word expression would be difficult to get into your head, because in this moment, you're like a dude who's drowning in the water and needs a life preserver. Now, the thing is, linguistically, like I said, you need something really simple. So that's why I'm keeping it to one word here, because when you're jacked up, not much can get through there. And that one word is pause. So if you can remember that one word, pause. Okay, we need to pause. We're going down the rabbit hole again. Okay. Then you can get to the next word. And whether that's one word or 2 words, timeout. Pause, timeout. If you can remember pause, you can get to the timeout. Okay, and then you get your cognitive brain back on, the part of you that can think clearly, can rationalize, can say, hey, I don't want to do this again where we're going down this rabbit hole. We know this pattern, we know it feels horrible, and we know, or at least I know, that I want to do something different. So it may sound so oversimplified, but the reality is when you can get back to yourself, to your higher priorities, in a moment where that all feels like it's gone out the door, you're going to be in a much stronger position to now create interactions with your partner where you're not repeating the same old destructive patterns. And the more and more you're able to come out of conflict with your partner where you haven't gone down the rabbit hole and you haven't done that extra, what we call collateral damage. This is like, oh yeah, we just don't agree about who should take our kid to that appointment or who he should see for the doctor or how we should handle this upcoming trip. Let's just stop there and let's pause and we'll come back to this. And the key after a pause or a timeout is rescheduling. You just don't leave each other hanging. So I also don't want to gloss over the deeper resentments and the history and the frustrations that might be in the room with you and your partner. But I do want to be clear that arresting, interrupting old patterns of conflict is going to give you a much more solid foundation and bedrock of trust that you can get through hard stuff so that you can work on the deeper stuff. You can both develop the tool to be like, oh yeah, that one word, pause, we're going to come back to this. We're going to trust each other to come back. So if you can remember that simple word, pause, you can cut through that reptilian system that takes you over in those tough interactions. You get back on your feet, and you can start to be in control to change the dynamics between you and your partner in tough interactions. If you found this helpful, please leave a comment below, like or follow me on this platform. And like I said before, if you're digging this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel to the lower right and click that little bell to get weekly notifications. Have a kick-ass day. Bye.